So for our setup, we are still going to use our 6 textbooks that you can see, 3 Reading Street and 3 Everyday Math. And what you want to make sure is that your front of the textbooks are right in line with the tile line. So I'm going to set that up like that. And I just want it centered on this tile. It doesn't need to be perfect. The big thing is the tile's right in line with the book. So now I can take my ramp, and I'm going to have the front of my ramp 2 tiles away. So I can have my ramp right in the front of the tile and sitting centered on my books. The last thing we need is our ramp is 9 inches wide, the tile is 12 inches wide, so that means we have 3 inches left over. So I need to have 1.5 inches on each side of the ramp, so I know that my ramp is perfectly centered on the tile and I have it set up good. So that is our ramp and book setup. Our next task is getting our correct vertical distance. So my ramp is still set up in the front tile. I'm going to count out 6 tiles to get 72 inches away. So 1, 2, notice I'm counting the lines, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's my starting point to measure. So now that I have my starting point to measure, I'm going to measure out 12 inches in length, or I'm sorry, 20 inches in length. And I'm going to have partners to hold this for me. Obviously, I'm by myself right now. So I have my 20 inches. So essentially, your textbook has a range of exactly 12 inches wide. So I can put this tape right in line with the tile. And it has a vertical range of 20 inches. So I'm going to take my tape again, and I'm going to trace my tile line to the 20-inch mark. Again, you should have someone holding the tape measure so that we're getting this exact. Okay, so now I just need to put this across straight, and the way I make sure it's straight across is I measure the distance here. It's 3.5, or it's 4 inches, and I make sure I'm at 4 inches here. So I actually need to move over slightly. So I'm straight across there. And I can trace my tile line here. So now I can see I have a box that is 12 inches wide and 20 inches long. So your car needs to travel down the ramp carrying this textbook, and your textbook needs to stop somewhere in this box. If it is over the line in any direction, that is a failure. So here we can see just the overall shot of what your setup should look like. You can see the front of the ramp, and you can see your box and the distance your car is traveling. And that textbook needs to land inside that box. It's going to be tough. Good luck.